The difference between those who struggle financially and those who accumulate wealth isn't luck, isn't education, isn't even opportunity. The difference is in how they think. The millionaire's mind operates on a completely different frequency than the average person's mind. While most people think about what they can't afford, millionaires think about what they can create. While most people focus on their problems, millionaires focus on solutions. While most people make excuses, millionaires make plans. Now, let me tell you something that might surprise you. I've met wealthy people who couldn't spell, and I've met poor people with PhDs. I've seen millionaires who never finished high school, and I've known brilliant scholars who couldn't balance their checkbooks. This taught me that intelligence alone doesn't create wealth. What creates wealth is a specific way of thinking, a particular mental discipline that anyone can learn if they're willing to pay the price. The price isn't money. The price is changing how you think. And let me warn you, this isn't easy. Your current thinking got you where you are today. If you want to go somewhere different, you'll need to think differently. You'll need to challenge beliefs you've held for years, maybe even decades. You'll need to question assumptions that feel as natural as breathing. The first thing millionaires understand that most people don't is the concept of personal responsibility. Now, I know this isn't popular to talk about these days, but millionaires never blame the economy for their financial situation. They never blame their boss, their spouse, their parents, or the government. They understand that their financial life is their responsibility and theirs alone. When the economy goes down, millionaires ask, how can I profit from this situation? When others complain about high taxes, millionaires hire accountants and learn the tax code. When others worry about job security, millionaires create multiple streams of income. You see, they've trained their minds to look for opportunity where others see obstacles. This shift in thinking doesn't happen overnight. It's like developing a muscle. You have to exercise it daily. Every morning, millionaires wake up and ask themselves different questions than most people ask. Instead of, what do I have to do today? They ask, what can I create today? Instead of, how can I get through this week? They ask, how can I improve this week? Instead of, what's wrong with my life? They ask, what's possible in my life? The questions you ask yourself shape your thinking, and your thinking shapes your actions, and your actions shape your results. If you want millionaire results, you need to start asking millionaire questions. This is the foundation of training your mind like a millionaire. But personal responsibility is just the beginning. The second characteristic of the millionaire mind is long-term thinking. While most people live paycheck to paycheck, thinking only about immediate needs, millionaires think in terms of years and decades. They understand that wealth is not built overnight, but rather through consistent, disciplined action over time. I remember when I first learned this lesson. I was 25 years old, broke and discouraged. My mentor, Earl Schoaf, taught me something that changed my life forever. He said, Jim, you can become wealthy in 5 years if you're willing to do what others won't do for 5 years. 5 years seemed like forever to a young man who wanted success immediately. But Earl helped me understand that 5 years was going to pass whether I worked toward wealth or not. The question was, where did I want to be when those 5 years were over? Millionaires plant seeds knowing they won't harvest for years. They invest money they could spend today because they know it will multiply tomorrow. They read books not for immediate gratification, but for long-term knowledge. They build relationships not for immediate gain, but for lifetime value. They develop skills not for next week's paycheck, but for next decade's opportunities. This long-term thinking extends to every area of their lives. While others buy liabilities and call them assets, millionaires buy true assets that appreciate over time. While others finance their lifestyle, millionaires finance their future. While others spend first and save what's left, millionaires save first and spend what's left. But here's what most people don't understand about long-term thinking. It's not about delaying gratification forever. It's about understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt, between consumption and investment, between expense and asset building. Millionaires enjoy their money, but they do it strategically. They understand that today's discipline equals tomorrow's freedom. This brings us to the third characteristic of the millionaire mind. They understand the power of compound growth. Now, this isn't just about money compounding in investments, though that's certainly part of it. Millionaires understand that everything compounds: knowledge, relationships, skills, reputation, and yes, money. Albert Einstein supposedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, the principle is profound. When you save and invest consistently, not only does your money grow, but the growth grows. This creates an exponential effect that most people never experience because they never stick with anything long enough to see it happen. But money isn't the only thing that compounds. When you read personal development books consistently, your knowledge compounds. When you build relationships systematically, your network compounds. When you develop skills deliberately, your abilities compound. Millionaires understand this, and they work every day to create positive compound effects in multiple areas of their lives. The tragedy is that most people experience compound effects too, but negative ones. They compound their debts, their bad habits, their negative relationships, their poor health choices. The same principle that can make you wealthy can also keep you poor, depending on how you apply it. Millionaires also understand the fourth principle, the importance of continuous learning. Now, I don't mean they go back to school, though some do. I mean they never stop learning. They read books that others won't read. They attend seminars that others won't attend. They listen to audio programs that others consider boring. They invest in their minds when others are investing in their entertainment. You see, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. The school system teaches you how to work for money, but it doesn't teach you how to make money work for you. That education you have to seek yourself. And millionaires are lifelong students of wealth creation, business investing, and personal development. I've met millionaires who read a book every week for decades. I've met wealthy people who spend more on their personal development each year than most people spend on their cars. They understand that their mind is their most valuable asset, and they invest in it accordingly. But here's the key: they don't just consume information, they apply it. They take what they learn and immediately put it to work in their lives. Knowledge without application is worthless. Millionaires understand this, and they bridge the gap between learning and doing better than anyone else. The fifth characteristic of the millionaire mind is their relationship with failure and setbacks. While most people are devastated by failure and see it as evidence that they should quit, millionaires see failure as tuition paid for their education. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every millionaire I've ever met has a collection of failure stories. They've lost money, made bad investments, trusted the wrong people, launched failed businesses. But instead of being defeated by these experiences, they were educated by them. They learned what not to do, which is often more valuable than learning what to do. This doesn't mean millionaires are reckless or careless with their money. Quite the opposite. They're very careful. But they understand that if you're not failing occasionally, you're not taking enough intelligent risks. They know that the biggest risk is not taking any risks at all. When setbacks occur, and they will occur, millionaires don't waste time on self-pity or blame. They quickly assess what went wrong, extract the lessons, and apply those lessons to their next attempt. They understand that setbacks are temporary, but the lessons learned from setbacks can last a lifetime. This brings us to the sixth principle: millionaires understand the power of leverage. Now, when most people hear the word leverage, they think about borrowing money. And yes, financial leverage is one type. But millionaires understand that there are many forms of leverage: time leverage, skill leverage, system leverage, relationship leverage, and knowledge leverage. Time leverage means getting others to help you accomplish your goals. Instead of trying to do everything themselves, millionaires build teams. They hire people whose strengths complement their weaknesses. They delegate tasks that others can do so they can focus on what only they can do. Skill leverage means developing abilities that create disproportionate value. Instead of trading time for money on a one-to-one basis, they develop skills that allow them to earn more in less time. They become valuable enough that their time becomes increasingly precious and well compensated. System leverage means creating processes that work without constant supervision. Millionaires build businesses and investment systems that generate income whether they're working or not. They understand the difference between being self-employed and being a business owner. Relationship leverage means building a network of people who can help them achieve their goals while they help others achieve theirs. They understand that relationships are the foundation of all business success, and they invest time and energy in building strong, mutually beneficial relationships. The seventh characteristic that sets millionaire thinking apart is their understanding of value creation. While most people focus on getting, millionaires focus on giving. They understand that the marketplace rewards those who serve others, and the size of their reward is directly proportional to the value they create. This might seem counterintuitive. How can focusing on giving lead to wealth? But millionaires understand a fundamental principle of economics: money flows toward value. If you want more money to flow toward you, create more value. If you want significantly more money, create significantly more value. This is why millionaires are always asking, how can I serve more people? How can I solve bigger problems? How can I create more value in the marketplace? They understand that wealth is not taken from others. It's created by serving others better than the competition. Every million-dollar fortune started with someone solving a problem for other people. Every successful business exists because it creates value for customers. Every wealthy person I know got wealthy by making other people's lives better in some way. But here's what's beautiful about this principle. When you focus on creating value for others, you simultaneously create value for yourself. When you help others get what they want, you get what you want. When you solve problems for other people, you solve your own financial problems. The eighth principle of millionaire thinking is understanding the difference between working in your business and working on your business. Most people are so busy working in their daily activities that they never step back to work on improving their overall situation. Millionaires regularly schedule time to work on their financial life, not just in it. Working in your financial life means doing your job, paying your bills, managing your daily expenses. Working on your financial life means planning your investments, developing new income streams, improving your skills, building your network, and creating systems that will serve you for years to come. Most people are so caught up in the urgency of daily life that they never invest time in activities that could transform their financial future. They're too busy fighting fires to prevent fires. They're too busy bailing water to fix the leak. Millionaires schedule time every week to work on their financial future. They review their investments, plan their next moves, study new opportunities, and continuously improve their financial strategies. They understand that their financial life won't improve by accident. It requires intentional, systematic attention. The ninth characteristic of millionaire thinking is their relationship with money itself. Most people have complicated emotional relationships with money. They simultaneously want it and resent it. They pursue it but feel guilty about having it. They need it but are suspicious of it. Millionaires have a clear, unemotional relationship with money. They see money as a tool, nothing more and nothing less. It's not good or evil, it's neutral. It's what you do with money that matters, not the money itself. They don't worship money, but they respect it. They understand that money is a measure of the value they've created in the marketplace. They know that money gives them options, freedom, and the ability to help others. They see money as stored energy that can be directed toward worthy goals. This healthy relationship with money allows them to make better financial decisions. They're not driven by greed, fear, or ego. They can think clearly about financial opportunities because they're not clouded by emotional baggage about money. Most people make financial decisions based on emotion, fear, greed, pride, or shame. Millionaires make financial decisions based on logic, strategy, and long-term thinking. This gives them a tremendous advantage in building wealth. The 10th principle that distinguishes millionaire thinking is their understanding of the importance of financial education. While most people leave their financial education to chance, millionaires systematically study money, investing, business, and wealth creation. They read financial statements like others read newspapers. They understand tax laws, investment principles, business structures, and economic trends. They know the difference between assets and liabilities, between cash flow and capital gains, between good debt and bad debt. This financial education isn't academic, it's practical. They learn these things because they use them. They study investing because they invest. They learn about business because they start businesses. They understand taxes because they structure their affairs to minimize taxes legally. But here's what's crucial: they don't wait until they have money to learn about money. They start their financial education while they're still broke, understanding that the knowledge will help them get unbroke. They invest in their financial education before they have significant assets to manage, knowing that the education will help them create those assets. Financial education is like any other education. The best time to start is when you're young, but the second best time is right now. Millionaires understand this, and they're always students of money regardless of how much they already have. The 11th characteristic of millionaire thinking is their ability to delay gratification strategically. Now, this doesn't mean they live like monks or never enjoy their money. It means they can distinguish between what they want now and what they want most. Most people are controlled by immediate desires. They want what they want when they want it. This leads to debt, poor investment decisions, and financial stress. Millionaires have trained themselves to pause between desire and action, to consider the long-term consequences of their immediate desires. When they want something, they ask themselves, will buying this move me closer to my financial goals or further away? Is this an asset or a liability? Will I be glad I bought this in 5 years? These questions help them make better decisions about how to use their money. But here's the key: they're not delaying gratification forever. They're delaying smaller gratifications to enjoy larger ones later. They might not buy an expensive car today so they can buy financial freedom tomorrow. They might not take an expensive vacation this year so they can retire early. This ability to delay gratification is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Millionaires have developed this muscle to an extraordinary degree. and it serves them well in all areas of life, not just finances. The 12th principle of millionaire thinking is their understanding of the power of focus. While most people scatter their energy across dozens of different activities, millionaires concentrate their efforts on the few things that matter most. They understand the 80/20 principle, that 80% of their results come from 20% of their activities. So they identify that crucial 20% and focus intensely on it. They say no to good opportunities so they can say yes to great ones. This focus extends to their learning, their relationships, their investments, and their time. They don't try to be good at everything. They try to be excellent at the things that matter most. They don't diversify their attention. They concentrate it where it can have the greatest impact. Most people are busy but not productive. They confuse motion with progress, activity with achievement. Millionaires have learned to distinguish between being busy and being effective. They measure their success not by how much they do, but by how much they accomplish. The 13th characteristic that sets millionaire thinking apart is their relationship with time. Most people sell their time for money, trading hours for dollars. Millionaires understand that time is their most valuable asset and they protect it accordingly. They understand that there are only 24 hours in a day for everyone, rich and poor alike. The difference is how those hours are used. Millionaires invest their time in activities that create long-term value. They spend time on activities that will pay them for years to come, not just today. They delegate low-value activities so they can focus on high-value ones. They automate routine tasks so they can concentrate on creative ones. They systematize regular processes so they can focus on strategic ones. This doesn't mean they never relax or enjoy leisure time. It means they're intentional about how they spend their time. They understand that time spent learning, creating, and building is time invested in their future. Time spent on mindless entertainment or complaining is time wasted. The 14th principle of millionaire thinking is their understanding of the importance of multiple income streams. While most people depend on a single source of income, usually their job, millionaires create multiple streams of income that flow from different sources. They might have income from their business, their investments, their real estate, their intellectual property, and their partnerships. This diversification protects them from economic downturns and gives them more opportunities to increase their wealth. But they don't create income streams randomly. Each stream is developed strategically, often building on their existing strengths and relationships. They look for synergies between their different income sources, ways that each stream can support and strengthen the others. This approach takes time to develop, but it creates increasing financial security and wealth over time. Instead of having all their financial eggs in one basket, they spread their risk across multiple baskets while increasing their total potential for gain. The 15th and perhaps most important characteristic of millionaire thinking is their belief in their own ability to create wealth. While most people secretly doubt whether they can ever become wealthy, millionaires have an unshakable belief that wealth is possible for them. This isn't arrogance or wishful thinking. It's a belief based on understanding the principles of wealth creation and committing to applying those principles consistently over time. They believe in wealth creation because they understand how it works. They know that wealth is not a matter of luck or inheritance or lottery tickets. They know that wealth is created by providing value to others, by solving problems, by serving needs in the marketplace. They know that anyone who is willing to learn these principles and apply them consistently can create wealth. This belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because they believe wealth is possible, they look for opportunities where others see problems. Because they expect to succeed, they persist when others quit. Because they know they deserve wealth if they create value, they ask for what they're worth. But belief alone isn't enough. Millionaire thinking must be coupled with millionaire actions. You can't think your way to wealth without acting your way to wealth. The thinking guides the actions, but the actions create the results. So let me leave you with this challenge tonight. Start training your mind like a millionaire. Begin today. Start with your questions. Instead of asking, why can't I afford this? Ask, how can I afford this? Instead of saying, I'll never be wealthy, ask, what would I need to do to become wealthy? Change your relationship with failure. See every setback as a learning opportunity. Change your relationship with money. See it as a tool for creating value and serving others. Change your relationship with time. Invest it in activities that will pay you for years to come. Start your financial education today. Read books about money and investing. Attend seminars on wealth creation. Listen to audio programs by successful people. Learn from those who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Begin to think long term. Plant seeds today that will grow into trees tomorrow. Make decisions based on where you want to be in 5 or 10 years, not just where you are today. Start creating value for others in whatever way you can, knowing that the marketplace rewards value creation. Most importantly, believe that wealth is possible for you, not because you deserve it without effort, but because you're willing to learn the principles and apply them consistently over time. Believe it, study it, plan it, and work for it. The millionaire's mind isn't a mystery. It's a learnable set of thinking patterns and beliefs that anyone can develop. You don't need permission from anyone to start thinking like a millionaire. You don't need a degree or certificate or a license. You just need the commitment to change how you think and the discipline to maintain those new thought patterns until they become automatic. Your financial future is in your hands. Your wealth is waiting to be created. Your millionaire mind is ready to be developed. The only question is, when will you begin? The time is now. The place is here. The person is you. Train your mind like a millionaire, and your bank account will eventually follow. But remember, the real wealth isn't just in what you accumulate. It's in who you become in the process of accumulating it. Start today. Start now. Your future millionaire self is counting on the decisions you make today. Don't disappoint them. The best investment you'll ever make is in your own mind. And that investment is available to you right now, regardless of your current circumstances. The millionaire's mind is within your reach. Claim it, develop it, and watch as it transforms not just your bank account, but your entire life. Thank you.